These three Chinese-made vehicles have begun to make a big splash in both Europe and the United States. With their own smart systems, software, and durable batteries, they rank among the world's best-selling SUVs. Moreover, these vehicles aren't just spreading from China to the rest of the world. They have established, and continue to establish, large factories in Brazil, Russia, Hungary, and Thailand. The BYD Song Plus ranks third on the list. It reached sales of over 50,000 units in just 1 month. This figure is a milestone that many SUVs in Europe have failed to achieve. The main reason people trust this brand so much is its use of blade battery technology. This battery technology is based on lithium iron phosphate chemistry. This means the risk of thermal runaway is extremely low. The battery has a much more durable structure compared to its competitors when it comes to overheating. In BYD's own tests, the blade battery even passed the nail penetration test successfully. Many other batteries caught fire during this test. The regenerative braking system is also extremely well designed. Every time you press the brake pedal, the motor acts like a generator, producing energy and charging the battery. This system significantly reduces the load on the mechanical brake pads. Real-world user reports show that the brake pads last over 100,000 kilometers under normal conditions without any issues. The massive rotating screen that greets you when you enter the Song Plus is more than just an aesthetic feature. The Dialink 4.0 system is Android-based and fully compatible with third-party apps. Additionally, the system is constantly improved through updates, ensuring that any potential software bugs are quickly resolved. The most common complaints heard in user forums are generally not hardware issues. Rather, they are minor software-related glitches, such as the adaptive cruise control occasionally experiencing a delay. This demonstrates just how reliable the system's hardware is. It is also the first 5G connected smart cockpit system. It offers 10 times lower latency and significantly higher download speeds compared to 4G. The Song Plus features a front McPherson strut and rear multi-link suspension configuration. This architecture has proven itself over the years, offering low maintenance costs and readily available replacement parts. Drivers report that they have not experienced any significant deterioration in suspension comfort even after 80,000 to 100,000 kilometers. When it comes to paint quality and body assembly, BYD has completely overhauled its factories with robotic systems. Door gaps and panel alignment are now significantly above the segment average. To see this for yourself, just look at feedback from vehicle owners after 2 to 3 years. Complaints about noise or vibration in the body are extremely rare. In Chinese car ownership surveys, the Song Plus receives one of the highest trouble-free ownership scores in the hybrid segment. The most common complaint is a rare software glitch in the air conditioning compressor that requires an update. Reports of major hardware-related failures are notably few. A Reddit user said his only complaint about the car was that it vibrated at high speeds, but he fixed the problem by adjusting the tires. The BYD Song Plus is no longer just a vehicle aimed at the Chinese market. Having made a name for itself in the European, Australian, and Southeast Asian markets, this model has established itself as a serious contender in terms of reliability. Some vehicles are designed simply to hit the road. Others are built to start where the road ends. The GWM Tank 300 falls squarely into this category. But what's truly impressive is that this vehicle maintains the same level of reliability in everyday use as it does when tackling rugged terrain. The Tank 300 is the flagship model of the Tank series, a dedicated sub-brand of Great Wall Motors. And that name is no coincidence. The vehicle truly feels like a tank. But when we say like a tank, we don't mean clunky or cumbersome. We mean durable, powerful, and ready for any condition. GMW offers the Tank 300 with 3 main engine options tailored to different market needs. The 2.0-liter turbocharged gasoline engine is the most common. The engine block is made of aluminum alloy, which provides advantages in terms of both weight and thermal management. Another option is the performance-oriented 2.0-liter turbo hybrid, which delivers 648 Newton-meters of torque. The final option is the 2.4-liter diesel engine. GMW's new diesel engine stands out in the 2025 to 2026 models for those seeking heavy-duty off-road capability and towing capacity. The Tank 300 is one of the few SUVs to feature a combination of fully independent front suspension and a solid rear axle. This configuration is the gold standard for mechanical durability in serious off-road use. A solid rear axle contains fewer parts than an independent suspension, which means fewer potential points of failure. The frame structure is constructed using high-strength steel and offers significantly superior torsional rigidity compared to its competitors. One detail that vehicle owners consistently highlight in their long-term feedback is that even after 60,000 to 70,000 kilometers, complaints about vibrations or noise originating from the body are virtually non-existent. On the transmission side, an 8-speed automatic transmission system from ZF is used. It is well known how widespread and reliable this ZF transmission family is worldwide. In other words, there is no untested technology in the drivetrain. It is a proven system combined with Chinese engineering. The all-wheel drive system features an electronically controlled part-time configuration. It allows switching between 2H, 4H, and 4L modes. The system's integrated differential lock prevents traction loss, even in the most challenging off-road conditions. The mechanical reliability of these systems is exceptionally high over the long term because they avoid overly complex electronic components. The software architecture of the Tank 300 is being developed under the direct supervision of the Tank brand. The vehicle offers 9 different driving modes: mud, sand, snow, rock, normal, sport, and more. Each mode independently adjusts parameters such as engine torque, transmission response time, and differential lock. Here's the interesting part. Reports of major system failures caused by the electronic system are extremely rare. The most common complaint is occasional sluggishness on the infotainment screen. This is not a hardware issue but a software-related problem. It can be resolved via an over-the-air update. The interior of the Tank 300 was designed with functionality and durability in mind, going beyond mere aesthetics. The seat upholstery was selected to withstand increasingly demanding usage scenarios. One user review standing out in driver forums is particularly noteworthy. "I've been doing tough off-road driving every weekend for 2 years. The seats and the entire interior still look brand new." The scratch resistance of the plastic surfaces is on par with that of competitors in certain premium segments. In particular, the hard matte textured plastics used on the door panels effectively hide the signs of daily use. The Tank 300 has a maintenance interval of 10,000 kilometers. Service fees for engine oil, filters, and general inspections are competitive in the Chinese market. Access to spare parts is becoming increasingly easier thanks to GWM's expanding global network. The Tank 300 is more than just an off-road vehicle. It has proven itself in everyday use and, thanks to its mechanical simplicity, ranks among the top models in terms of long-term reliability. Some brands grow quietly. They don't get much media coverage and their advertising budgets aren't flashy. But before you know it, they've managed to acquire one of the world's largest automakers. Geely is the star of this story. This new automaker, the one Toyota fears, unveiled its Manjaro SUV for the first time in 2021. The Geely Manjaro is built on the company's CMA Compact Modular Architecture platform. This platform was not chosen by chance. CMA also serves as the foundation for the Volvo XC40 and the Polestar 2. In other words, the Manjaro is a vehicle shaped by a version of Volvo's engineering infrastructure that has been adapted for Geely. This architectural choice has a direct impact on reliability. The platform is constructed using a hybrid structure of high-strength steel and aluminum. Body rigidity values are of critical importance not only for vehicle dynamics, but also for long-term structural integrity. Feedback from users after 50,000 to 80,000 kilometers shows a notably low incidence of reports regarding body-related noise or deterioration in driving feel. The Manjaro is available with 2 different engine options. The first is a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder gasoline engine that produces 238 horsepower and 350 newton-meters of torque. The second is a 1.5-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder hybrid version. Both engines were developed by Geely's in-house R&D center. However, it is a documented fact that Volvo engineers provided technical input during this development process. The engine block is made of aluminum alloy, and the cooling system is designed to withstand prolonged periods of high-load operation. The turbocharger's placement and oil lines are configured to minimize the risk of overheating. Based on actual user data, reports of turbo-related issues in vehicles with less than 80,000 kilometers on the odometer are extremely rare. The transmission features a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic system. When properly implemented, dual-clutch systems are extremely reliable. It is known that Geely followed joint testing protocols with Volvo during the calibration process for this transmission. Complaints about gear slippage or lag are quite rare in user forums. One of the Manjaro's most striking features is the GKUI Smart Cockpit system. Equipped with a 12.3-inch dual-screen configuration and a 10.25-inch head-up display, this system is being developed by Geely's in-house software engineering team. An important detail: the system is capable of receiving OTA, over-the-air updates. This means that any potential software-related issues can be resolved remotely without the vehicle needing to visit a service center. The most common electronic complaint reported by users is that the navigation system occasionally responds slowly. Reports of hardware-related electronic malfunctions, however, are quite rare. The driver assistance package is comprehensive. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot warning, automatic emergency braking, and a 360-degree camera system are all standard. The long-term reliability of these systems' sensor calibration is one of the clearest indicators of engineering quality. Manjaro owners generally provide positive feedback on this aspect. When you step inside the Manjaro, the first thing that catches your eye is the quality of the materials. The dashboard is covered in Nappa leather. The touch surfaces have a matte finish and don't show fingerprints. The aluminum accents aren't just decorative, they're made of genuine aluminum alloy. The seat foam density has been tested in engineering trials for its resistance to sagging during long-term use. Complaints about seat deformation are virtually non-existent in vehicles with over 60,000 kilometers on the odometer. The plastic trim features a matte finish and scratch-resistant surfaces. Even after 2 years of intensive use, the number of reports indicating significant aesthetic deterioration in the interior is quite low. The Geely Manjaro is an engineering marvel that far exceeds expectations for a Chinese brand. Built on a Volvo platform and shaped by Geely's own R&D expertise and rigorous testing processes, this vehicle holds a position in the reliability rankings that truly deserves to be taken seriously. The Chinese automotive industry is no longer just copying, it is innovating.